It's shocking to me that New York, these districts are represented by Democrats. Democrats on the campaign trail constantly condemn hatred and bigotry and violence of any kind. And yet when this is in their own district and it's anti-Semitism that motivates the violence, we hear nothing from them.
You know, Liz, it was a year or two ago that the Central Council of Rabbinical Authority in Germany actually advised German Jews to not wear kippahs in public. They literally said you should wear baseball caps for fear of not getting violently assaulted by Syrian refugees. But I didn't think that we would get to the point where this might be a concern in New York City. New York City has the largest Jewish population of literally any metropolitan area in the world. The entire Jewish population in the broader New York area is almost that of the entire nation of Israel. It is that big. And we're getting to the point where it is becoming dangerous to literally wear a kippah, tzitzit, or any kind of public demonstration that you are Jewish in the city with the world's largest Jewish population. I don't know how we got here, but here's what we have to do. There are three main types of anti-Semitism in this world, Liz. There is far-right, neo-Nazi, white nationalist anti-Semitism. There is Islamist, radical Muslim anti-Semitism, and there is anti-Zionist anti-Semitism. Anyone who is not taking all three strands seriously should shut up and reevaluate their priorities, because all three need to be seriously dealt with and combated. And right now, the alt-right, far-right, white nationalist strand is the most violent. That's what happened in Pittsburgh and the Chabad Poway in California. But it's the anti-Zionist strand that is the most pernicious because it is not being quashed. It is not being eliminated, and is only festered and encouraged by Democratic Party and leftist elites.
Well, that's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing in New York City, and that brings me to my question, Josh. Am I wrong when I say that Democratic politicians aren't condemning this, because then they would be forced to condemn the anti-Semitism that's coming from Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, some of the far left members of Congress?
So, my boss at the Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro, wrote a piece for our site last, I think it was October or November. The New York Times actually wrote a piece on this last year. They made a stunning admission. The New York Times literally admitted that the reason why anti-Semitic hate crimes in New York City are not reported is due to the identity of the attackers, that it doesn't fit a convenient narrative. That is just astonishing. And you know what? Leftists, Bill de Blasio in New York City, I'm not going to call him an anti-Semite, but he is indifferent at the best. At best. It's true he created a new NYPD task force that allegedly is going to crack down on this, but he's at least 2 years too late. This year has seen an 83% increase in anti-Semitic hate crimes year over year. Jews already, by the way, Liz, we are less than 2% of the U.S. population. According to the FBI's federal statistics, Jews are 58.1% of all religiously motivated hate crimes in America. That is almost
shocking.
Shocking. That is 3.5 to 4 times more than the second most hate crimes group, if we can say that, which is the Muslim community. It's just astonishing. This is a huge problem, and our politicians are totally feckless and not dealing with it.